we have a final award to present tonight, the Christopher Spirit Award, which honors individuals or projects that reflect the Christopher motto, and we know that it's better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. And now to present that award, once again, Father Jonathan.
One thing that's at least challenging about going to church on Sunday is that you never know when the priest or the minister, the pastor, the rabbi, the imam is going to finish the sermon, the homily. But I was told when I have to finish tonight. So we're all going to be leaving here at 8:42. That's the good news. It's also very good news that we're here together from such diverse backgrounds. How could we ever possibly bring together people from Fox and NBC and ABC, producers, talent, people who are writing for young kids, people who are writing for adults? It's pretty remarkable. And it goes back to, once again, Father Keller, who in 1945 had this intuition. Good is stronger than evil. Good is stronger than evil. And I think when we turn on the news sometimes we go, oh gosh, I hate the fact that it's all negative. At the same time, if we turned on the news and it were all positive, happy stories, we'd say, where's the justice in my neighborhood? Where's the justice in my country and the world? And that's why it's so important that we have times like tonight that we recognize people like you who have said, I'm going to dedicate my talent and my resources, my energy to bringing out the good. Because yes, sometimes the news also has to show things that aren't so happy. And that also encourages us to do more good. Tonight, I have the honor to introduce somebody who is receiving the Christopher Spirit Award. His name is Tom Leopold. I'm blessed to call him a friend. Tom is a comedy writer. You know him from having watched and listened to what he's written for Cheers, for Seinfeld, for Will and Grace, and for so many others. But I know Tom because I met him on as he was walking in to speak to his psychic in Lower Manhattan, Soho. Honestly, no joke. And I'm walking up to my house, which happened to be right next to his psychic's house. It was the rectory of a church. And as I'm walking in, he looks over to me and he sees me, I'm in a collar, and he says, oh, Father, like pretending like he knew my name, right? Father, oh yeah. And he said, can I have coffee with you or something like that? And I said, of course. And he said, where can I meet you? I said, well, this is my church. Shortly after we met, we had coffee, and over a period of time of a year and a half or so, he ended up deciding to convert. He's a Jew. He still considers himself Jewish, no doubt. But he's also become a Catholic in his spirituality. And Tom is a very good friend, even if he hadn't become Catholic. But he's also gone through a tremendous journey and his whole family has. If you want to look at that journey, you can turn to page 12 and read it for yourself. But I've come to know his family very well too. So well, Gussie and Olivia and Barbara and his wife. And Tom was going to see a psychic for the same reason why he was going to see some priest who, hey, why would he have to speak to a priest? I'm Jewish, right? But anyway, he did. Because he was searching for meaning and purpose in life after having gone through a tremendous difficulty, specifically with his daughter Gussie, and the eating disorder that she was suffering from the age of 12 years old. And Tom had done many funny things and still does, but he said there's got to be a solution to this. And Tom never gave up. And that's why Tom has tonight the honor of receiving the Christopher Spirit Award because he never gave up, because he kept searching. And whether he had become Catholic or not, Tom was searching for the truth. And Tom, in the midst of humor and tragedy, said, "Oh gosh, there's something good, and I'm going to keep going for it." Wouldn't Father Keller be happy? Wouldn't Pope Francis be happy? Wouldn't so many of you, no matter what religion you are, be happy that this man never gave up, and his daughter Gussie is very happy too? And that's why, and this is a little bit of a surprise to Tom, I want to invite Gussie to come up and introduce her father, Gussie Leopold.
My dad had no idea that I was doing this today. And it's a bit of a shock to me as well that Father asked me to do this. But as someone who has struggled with something so hard in my life, and that I've had such an impeccable family to help me through, and I think that as a young person, it's always been hard to see, like, you sit through religion classes and you sit through math classes and you wonder, why does any of this matter? But my dad was able to find some spiritual strength that helped him through something, and has always been such an inspiration to me, and has helped me to find the strength that I have to go on in my life and to be happy and to find that happiness always, and has blessed me with the gift of humor, not just in comedy writing, but in his heart. And we always find a way to laugh through our sorrows and our pain. And it's always been such an honor to be his daughter and to present something so amazing to someone who just very recently found his spiritual path in life and has always encouraged me to find my own. And so I'm very happy to present this for you. Before the Oscar music goes on and kicks me off the stage. But Dad, I love you more than anything, and you're my hero in this life, and you remind me so much of myself. And no matter what pain I go through, I know that I always have you guys and my older sister and everyone to just fall back on, and no matter what struggles I have in life. So I'm very happy to honor you with this and surprise you. I love you very much.
Boy, any more of that, I have to do last rites. Boy. Thank you, Father. Thanks, Gus. Thank you, everyone. I've been a comedy writer for about 40 years, so it's usually not easy to stand up here and not try to get some laughs, you know, but I'm so overwhelmed by receiving this great honor that I don't think I could do any of my usual killer jokes and incredibly wry bon mots about life's cruel pageant. Anyway, so I apologize for that, but you brought it on yourselves by giving me. Ever since I was a kid, whenever I would get truly happy, like I am at this moment, I have a terrible asthma attack, black out, and be rushed to the hospital. And every birthday, till I was about 12 years old, I'd just be so happy, just so excited and so happy. My mother would bring out the cake. I'd try to blow out the candles. I'd turn blue. I'd go to the emergency room. I'd wake up, my pants would be wet, and my brothers would be fighting over my presents. That's the happiness I feel tonight. Thank you so much. Thank God I don't have asthma anymore, although I've taken a lot of things from my Jewish past, the neuroses particularly. I want to say, and please, Christophers, take this in the spirit I mean it, with the gratitude that you don't have asthma. But the minute I heard that I had won this award, Father Jonathan told me, I started walking with the most painful limp. my left arm has been numb ever since, and I just saw my dead grandmother waving to me. So, before I lose the rest of my peripheral vision, I better hurry through this. I guess what I'm trying to say is I thank you. My wife thanks you. My daughters thank you. My mother doesn't thank you. She's still Jewish. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You know, I hadn't been Catholic that long when I had the idea of writing this. I guess I should explain. I do a one-man show called A Comedy Writer Finds God, and it's my journey to faith, through our gorgeous Gussie's struggle. The first time when I was thinking of doing it, I ran it by Father Monsignor at the time, Monsignor Sacano, and Father Jonathan. I'd been like a Catholic not very long, and I wanted to do this one-man show, and I'm a comedy writer. There was a lot of jokes in it, even though it was a painful journey. And, you know, I didn't want to be blasphemous. And, you know, and Father Jonathan said, come do it in the gym down at St. Patrick's Basilica. You know, I didn't want to be, I've been a Catholic for 5 minutes. I don't want to get kicked out. And I knew the Jews wouldn't take me back at this point. So I ran it by them, and they said, yeah, it's fine. And the Monsignor actually said, it's probably your apostolate, which made me feel better long enough to go look up what apostolate was. And that relaxed me. And, you know, it's presumptuous of me to think that anything could be my apostolate, but this honor certainly eases that sweat. One of the amazing things about doing this show, which I've done it, honored to have done at Notre Dame, I did it at Columbia, and I can't believe it, is that one of the most amazing things, apart from winning this award at all, is that all the different people, the young people, the old people, hip people, not so hip people, older, Jewish, not Jewish, they all seem to laugh at the same stuff, thank goodness, to cry at some of the same stuff. I think that suffering is, there's no demographic. We're all in there. And I think with the great gift, the gift that the Lord has given me to be a little bit funny, is I feel like these jokes are sometimes life rafts that we hang on to, and they get us through. I thank God for that, and that I once in a while can do a little bit of that. And I want to thank some people, and I'll get out of here. Well, before I start crying, I want to thank my mentor, my pal, Billy Persky, who's 82 years old. He helped me sculpt my life and performed the show, put the show together, and added some great jokes. I wanted to thank him, and I want to thank God and the Blessed Virgin, who I pray to for my children, that our Augusta is here tonight and doing so well. And I think it's a little usurious that she takes a 25% cut of my gait when I perform. But the kid's got a good agent. What are you going to do? That's the way it is. And I want to thank our oldest daughter, Olivia, who just finished at St. Joe's College. And maybe this isn't the menu, but she's been the best sister in the world. And she carries her cross. You know, it's not easy to have a sibling who's going through suffering. And she's carried her cross with the same style as Barbara has. And that's why it pains me to have to say now that you're back at school that we rented your room. And I know, but come by whenever you want. Call. But come by whenever you want. And I'd like to thank my wife. She knows who she is. Barbara. Stand up, Barbara. She won't. She won't. No way she will. She won't. Anyone who's had an ill child knows that it's like going through a war. The bombs fall day and night, and denial becomes your best friend. And the normal setbacks and trials of your life, you watch them go by almost as if you're on a speeding train that may pull into a safe station or may crash. And by what amazing touch of grace is it that I've had Barbara in the seat next to me. She is the shortest giant that I know. And anyone who doesn't believe in God has never met my wife. I also want to thank my dear pal and my forever priest, Father Jonathan. I mean, but how do you thank a guy for putting his hands on you, turning you around, going, no, he did. Everlasting life that way. Go that way, you know. So, Father, I love you and I thank you. And I want to thank the Christophers. There's so many people more deserving than me, but no one could be more grateful. And I'll spend the rest of my life trying to be worthy of this. Thank you so much.